Hello and welcome to Gimme5. I'm your host, Jack Peterson, and today we're going to look at the history of juggling. Juggling goes back about 4,000 years, and throughout much of this history, jugglers were actually considered outcasts. Go figure. Although juggling was a fabulous form of entertainment, the performers themselves were not socially accepted. The oldest known depiction of juggling was found in the Beni Hassan tombs from the Middle Kingdom of ancient Egyptian civilization. These women jugglers were found amongst acrobats and dancers in one of the crypt's wall paintings. The drawing itself was made about 2,000 years before the birth of Christ. After the Beni Hassan tombs, there's a gap of about 1,500 years before evidence of juggling reappears in the art of the Greeks. Between the 4th and 5th centuries BC, many jugglers began appearing in Greek art, usually as pottery decoration. Juggling was considered a form of recreation by the Greeks, and many of its practitioners were women. The Romans were fond of manipulations with weapons and shields. We're here in the green screen of the Media Center for Art, Education, and Technology. We're using here the floor that I can show you. As a kid, I learned how to juggle on a driveway. It had a slight incline, and the speed of the balls, it was really slow, and that's what you need to know here. You throw the ball up against the incline. When it reaches the top, that's the apex. When it stops and comes back, that's your cue to throw the next ball. Just like this. Stop, throw it. Stops, throw it. You can do this really slow. It takes a little bit of concentration, but it's really easy to get the pattern in your head. And once you get it down on this, you can graduate to a pool table with billiard balls, and then you can start throwing them in the air, and before you know it, you're juggling. All right? A great way to learn. Something small, slight slope like that, a little bit incline, you're off and juggling. Let's continue our quick juggling lesson from horizontal to vertical. We're off the floor, we're standing up. Let's start with one ball. It's pretty easy. You just throw it around. It's no big deal. Juggling two is just like juggling one, except there's one more. A lot of people will juggle two like this, which is okay. Technically it's juggling, but a true juggle of two balls would be a figure eight pattern, much like this. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Work on it. Juggling three is just like juggling two, except there's one more. A lot of patterns you can do. Figure eights, little cascading, be creative. How about under the leg, around the back? Or, now let's advance to four balls. Juggling four balls is just like juggling three, except there's one more. Let's check it out. Get the pattern going here. Now we could juggle 5, 6, 7, and 8, but I say, forget that, let's go right to 9 golf balls. 9 golf balls ready to rock. Here we go. You got your 9 golf balls in your hand. The easiest thing to do is juggle. Piece of cake. Since the 1950s, juggling has regained its popularity as a recreation, and who knows, it might just stick around for a while. One thing is for sure though, juggling remains as hypnotic today as it did 40 centuries ago. For Gimme5, I'm Jack Peterson.